Ladies and gentlemen,
There we
boys and
go.
girls, Mongo
Sorry
forgot
about
to
that.
unmute us. Get through his
Uh,
whole spiel.
damn, damn. Let's try that one more time. Boom goes the dynamite, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our Wednesday night show. It's me, it's the champion, Mongo, joined of course by Ken's Dango himself. Kenny, how are you doing today, my friend?
I would be better if I'd have won, but I'm good.
Hey, you didn't come in last.
Yeah, yeah. But second place just means you're the first to lose.
I mean, hey, fair, but hey, man, at least you get a little bit more time next time we pick to judge the situation. Look, all right, I'll take the blame on yesterday. I was feeling a little under the weather. I've been getting some scans and stuff done, so I had to cancel yesterday. I apologize for that, but we're back today, and we're here to talk a little bit of NXT last night as well as tonight's Dynamite, which looks like a pretty exciting show.
I
Um,
mean, AEW usually does put together some. No, they don't. I'm lying. I'm lying. I'm
I
lying.
mean there are some matches I'm excited to see. You know, Deonna Purrazzo and Anna Jay tonight should be fun. Uh, and a few others. Obviously, Hook getting his title shot, but we'll get into that in a second. Um, since we weren't here yesterday, let's talk real quick about Seth Rollins on Monday night. So we had the world title match. He beat
First,
Jinder, what we expected.
first of all, forget gender. Veer finally came.
Veer came. Veer came for the Cowboys to get to the Super Bowl. How amazing is that? That's incredible. Good lord.
Woo!
If you're a Cowboys fan, I don't apologize. Um, yeah, no.
No.
All of a sudden, Veer and Sangha. I think Sangha
Yes.
is. Yeah, they showed up. Uh, it was a fine. It's fine. It's about as every gender match we've ever seen. Same old, same old. Um, but at some point during the match, Seth apparently hurt his knee, and I thought that was like a kayfabe deal.
Yeah.
Um, he apparently hurt it on the moonsault, the springboard moonsault he did. He landed weird on it, and today he went in to get it checked out. So we'll hear soon what that is. And I've got all kinds of websites up, just trying to wait for that news. We'll hear soon how bad it is. This is a really awful time for that to happen. Uh,
It's an awful time and a good time at the same time because Super Seth kind of got on my nerves. And you
yeah,
you heard me you heard
yeah.
me go off in the chat.
No, you and I were on the same page of like, dude, you can't get the briefcase shot to the face and the finisher and still kick. Like, come on. Like,
Kick out like it was a regular like backdrop or something like that. Like it was the secondary finisher. It wasn't even like, oh, he just barely kicked out. No, your man kicked out.
yeah, I was in another chat about this, and I said the same thing, and I was surprised how many people agreed that they're kind of tired of just him being he is Super Cena at this point. Because if
Right.
you hit Cena in the face with a briefcase or a chair and then hit your finish, even like back at like the height of his like super self, you might get a pin on him, you know. But Seth, you
Especially if
you
you're a
cannot,
heel,
yeah, you can't
especially
pin.
if you're a heel with outside interference. Oh, you was definitely getting that little quick pin on Cena. He might have
Because that's
beat
that's
you
how
a
Cena
week
lost the
later.
belt. Yeah, that's how Cena would lose the belt. He never lost clean, but he would eventually lose. Like Cena never really had like year long title reign.
Nah,
So yeah, it's something that's aggravated you and me and the boys for quite some time. CM Punk, like he probably does.
he probably does.
What was it? Crystal Pepsi? He probably likes Crystal
Yeah,
Pepsi. Um,
terrible.
so yeah, Seth is probably we're hoping it's nothing major, but like you said, there's a silver lining, which would be we get a fresh story with that world title. Um, I'm hoping this means because they were thinking there are people that were thinking that Cody could just go for the world title instead, and I think now if this happens and Seth has to go away for a while, it more pushes them towards having to have Cody go for Roman. Fingers crossed. Let's just get this shit done and stop delaying it. But we'll see. That's still to come.
I
And
would personally like if they do have to give the belt to somebody to start feuds and stuff like that. I would personally like it if it was Nakamura.
Nakamura, yeah, that'd be nice. Yeah. Um, if I mean, if the injury is legit, they could have the winner of the Rumble just be champion, like Rick back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you crown the world champion, and then the person that goes after Roman wins the Chamber. Boom. There we go.
Solves everything.
Yeah. So NXT last night was better than I expected it to be. So it was another one of those shows where it's like, we're doing the tournament, and then there's not too much going on. We saw some new women's stars debuting in the Battle Royal last night. The what I dubbed the TNA Battle Royal because that's exactly what it was.
It
Uh,
sure enough
old,
was.
the old school TNA thing where it's a 20-person battle royal, and once you get down to 4 people, now it's just a match. And I don't hate it. I love it. It's just that I know exactly where they're stealing that shit from.
I
I know where Sean got his game plan on this one.
the only problem I had with that was the winner.
What do you mean?
I am tired of Roxanne getting these chances. Like you just showed us 19 other women in that ring, and you pick the person who has already been champ.
Roxanne should have already been called up. Let's be real.
Yeah,
Like Roxanne should be out of there. But man, they were on fire for 2 people specifically, Kalani and Lash Legend. That
mm-hmm.
crowd loves Lash Legend,
Yo,
and they
Last
love
Legend.
Kalani Jordan.
You know what it is? The crowd has literally the same thing that Matt has said before, and I wound up picking up on it after a while watching too. You literally watch Last Legend's progression on NXT. When
Mhm.
she first debuted, she green is not even the word to describe her. When she
Mhm.
first got in the ring, the first time we
I,
seen it.
I I believe green as goose shit was what was going around
Right.
when she
Yeah.
showed up because it was pretty rough. You're not wrong.
Matter of fact, she was not even green as goose shit, bro. She was white seagull shit. That's how bad she was, okay? Like, let's keep it real. And little by little, she got better on the mic. Once she started getting her mic skills, they paired her up with somebody who's, let's be realistic. We make fun of Noam Dar, call him little quagmire and all that. Noam Dar can wrestle his ass off.
Hmm.
Wrestle his ass off. They paired her with Noam Dar. She's been watching, she's been training, and little by little, match by match, you've seen her progression.
Yeah.
So, oh yeah,
What's
I'm
going on, Reggie?
oh Reggie, just to let you know, this logo ain't just on the t-shirt, brother. That shit is tatted on me. 49 the gang gang all day.
What's going on,
My
Cookie?
season, homie.
Yeah, I was trying to see the crew come together. Yeah, you're right. We've seen her go from just the drizzling shits to a really really impressive performer. When we saw her slam Otis, we've been seeing her do a
Right.
lot of feats of strength, and she's gotten a lot smoother. And she has the attitude already, the attitude and the personality. That's something that was with her from day one. But
I
I
find it,
think working with Noam, like you said, I think working with Noam is is helping her.
but I find it funny how Last Legend decided to, let's be realistic. She stepped her game up once she found out Jade got signed. Because let's be realistic, they're damn near the same gimmick.
Yeah, yeah.
They're
A
damn
major
near the
athlete.
same gimmick.
Yeah.
Damn near the
Uh,
same gimmick. Damn near almost the same build as far as body wise and shit like that.
mhm.
Like
Yeah.
almost. 1A, 1B as far as like I can see a lot of people getting them confused if you be like, is that so so? No, that's Jade. Oh, that no, that's like I can definitely see the casual fan being confused. So once she knew that Jade was coming, Lash was like, "Oh no, you ain't taking my fucking spot. Let me get my ass in this guy." No, show me how to do a hammerlock.
Yeah, I Shakara also. Good lord, that one. Yeah, there's a lot of talent in that division that just kind of hasn't really gotten a shake yet. And then again,
I miss
a lot to her.
Parker. Jada Parker.
uh, Kalani got her Kofi moment last night with
Yeah,
the save on the table, jump to the barricade, and bravo, bravo, good stuff, man.
I'm surprised they didn't have Kalani win the whole breakout tournament. To be honest, like
Yeah, I was shocked who won that. And then that tag team split up during the battle royal.
I know I was so intrigued by their fighting.
I knew you would be. I knew
I
you
was
would.
so intrigued.
Um, yeah. So last night, like you said, Roxanne wins. The final four was, I believe, it was Fallon Henley, Roxanne, Kalani, and what's her name? The one with like the business,
Kiana
uh,
James.
Kiana James. Yeah. Which Kiana and Roxanne have been there for a very long time. So is Fallon. Fallon's getting better and better, and clearly they want to do something with her. Um, man, I think they kind of missed the mark on not at least having Lash in the final four.
Yeah, yeah. Especially the way that everybody, especially like you said, the way that crowd was going wild for her. I see
Hmm.
no reason why she shouldn't have been in the final four.
And they've been
Like
going wild for her for a
a
while now.
minute. For yeah, they've been going wild
It,
for her
it,
for a
it,
little
it
minute.
it wasn't like last night was the first time it's happened. People are loving Lash.
Yeah. Like when she got eliminated, the crowd was literally on some, oh, this is some bullshit. They were like legit pissed when she got eliminated. So, Sean,
Sean, you better pay attention on that front. We also saw the debut of Maddie Renkowski from NWA, a former NWA Women's Tag Champion. She came in as Ren Sinclair.
oh,
So if you were trying to figure out who that was, while they're giving her so much shine, that's who that was. She was a
okay,
former
because I was like,
NWA.
yeah,
Yeah. So she did all right. I think she was also doing Chase U segments for a while. Um, so I think they're gonna try to focus on her some, but uh, along with last night being the final four, I thought Kalani would get a shot. Um, I I mean, I know people like Roxanne. Roxanne's great, but like you said, she's had her opportunities,
like it's
and
enough. Enough is enough.
yeah, we don't, you know,
Nah,
let's.
if you don't stop, sorry, Mongo, I keep going out of camera because my puppy has all of a sudden decided to get into the shoe stealing business.
Oh no, that ain't good.
Right, she's getting in the shoe stealing business. So every time you turn around and you look, she's coming back with a brand new shoe in her mouth. Yeah,
Yeah, you got to fix that.
she's literally like Stitch. Steals everyone left shoe.
Batty says Lash is that bitch for real again, like Jade, like you were saying. But I mean, she's great. She's improved so much, and
She really
I think
has.
she's earned the respect of fans to the point where all right, it's time to start doing something with her. Time to start treating her
That
serious.
that Otis Slam really put her on the map with fans. Fans really noticed her there because the only
Oh,
other
she's
female
legit strong. She is
because
yeah.
the only other female that we've seen do that or even pick Otis up
She's
was
Bianca.
Bianca Belair.
Hmm. Yeah,
When she
that
ran with that man, she ran with that man on her back. That's
yeah that
different.
that was still one of the most impressive things I'd ever seen. That was wild. Good lord. Um, we also saw Trick Mello game advance into the Dusty Cup. Uh,
First of all,
Mello almost
first of
busted his
all,
head again.
no. Before we even get to Mello busting his head, when they came out, they started with Trick's music. Whoop that Trick. Book was like, oh yeah, uh-huh. And then they switched over to Mellows. Book legit said, oh man.
He did the lip smack, the ah, and the crowd also was kind of pissed
To the
because
point
they
that they
get
had to
in.
mix Tricks
Yeah,
back in. They had to mix Tricks back in for the crowd to get
yeah.
hyped up again. Uh Mello don't
Mm.
miss, but it's looking like he's gonna have to sit on the bench.
Oh man, yeah. So they're in the semifinals against I believe the LWO, who also won last
Yes.
night in a great match.
First of all, let's going back to the Trick and Mello fight.
With the Fonny and
Yes.
or not Fonny,
And
Inoki
Nofi and
and Blade.
Blade. Anofi and Malik Blade.
Boys
Gentlemen,
are good. Them boys are good.
gentlemen, gentlemen, you have arrived and we see you. We see you now. Because before you were a joke. Booker T was right. You were a joke.
Mhm. And the Dusty Dots, yeah, that was
Yeah. That was Blade that had on the Dusty Dots.
Blade.
Malik
Yeah,
Blade.
man, he always does some kind of gear like that. I think he did something. They were on uh, uh, a pre-show a few months back, and I think he had something else. He always kind of has that kind of gear. I they were fantastic.
They really were.
Almost almost to the point where I was like, "Man, they might have should have won
And then
that
they
match."
might pull this off. I thought they actually were going to pull it off, which would have continued the friction between Trick and Mello. But I was like, all right. First of all, Trick hit and Nafi with a standing drop kick that I thought that man's head was going to pop right off. And what made it so unique, it always looks so unique when you see an extremely tall person execute almost like a picture perfect drop kick, not something that looks like they're about to fall and land on their face. Trick got up both and was parallel to the mat when he kicked Nafi in his face with both foots.
Hmm. Yeah, man,
And then
it was.
Anafi paid his ass back and kicked the shit out of him with a drop kick. I was like, oh, these boys is somebody
But
these boys was running the ropes.
Trick also made a big save last night.
Oh my man, because that boy missed with that dive.
Hmm.
He clearly missed 500% with that dive and
Yeah,
landed.
He was short a good 2 feet,
Yeah,
and
easily.
Trick might have saved his life.
Trick kind of
Uh,
like ran up and like, oh, here we go.
mhm. Ooh, that's a hell of a compliment, Reggie.
Yeah,
Reggie says Trick's drop kick looked like it could have come from Orton. Orton, early in his career, was what people said about him was, man, he's got one hell of a drop kick, hell of a crossbody. Yeah, Trick is looking
hmm
better and better every week. But of
he
course,
is.
Trick Mello win. One more thing. Mello, the way Mello landed on his head. First off, this move was incredible. I don't know what it is. It was like a Spanish fly blockbuster
Yeah,
that they did, and my jaw was on the floor. But then I saw the way Mello landed, and I was like, oh,
I was
shoot.
like, here we go
Oh,
again.
yeah.
Like you
That's not
just
good.
landed on your head on Friday. You ain't learned.
Stop taking Spanish flies for like a few weeks. Let's cool off on the Spanish fly. Let's clearly we need some more practice on that. But luckily he's okay. Ilya's back and he's gonna give Trick his title shot at Vengeance Day, which is the finals of the Dusty Classic. So that's where we're gonna get that friction. You know, Trick has to focus on both. Mello clearly doesn't want him to focus on the other thing because obviously Mello is the one that attacked him, but we're gonna get there. Um, great matches all night, and then we also saw JBL meet up with old Josh Briggs, uh, who has been knocking people out with the clothesline lately.
hmm
Uh, I guess we're about to get a heel Josh Briggs.
I won't mind it.
I wouldn't either.
I wouldn't either.
He's great. He's
He's
great.
come a long way as well too.
Mm-hmm. He really has. You looking back like a year ago and you're seeing all those people that are kind of rough around the edges, and they kind of group them together just to show them a little bit stronger. And a year in, and everybody's progressed so well. They're really that as far as the developmental goes. I think NXT is shining. They're
Yeah.
proving that they can turn anyone into a star, or at least a credible worker if you want to put the work in.
Mm-hmm.
One more thing I want to touch on before we get to AEW. Oba Femi. Kenny, are you a feminist? Are you an Oba feminist?
No,
Not yet.
not yet. Not yet. Don't get me wrong. The 5 matches that he's had,
Only
literally
yeah, very quick matches. Yeah.
the 5 very quick matches, except for the what you call it, the semifinals or the breakout tournament. Um, I've seen some progression. He's not bad. Um, am I on board 100% with him right now? No.
Yeah.
Then that tweet that you showed us, where somebody was like, "Oh, Oba came out in the Batista white." No, the fuck he didn't. Batista was dressed in white from head to toe.
Head to
Oba
toe.
had on
Whole yeah.
the whole in white. Oba had on a cream turtleneck with some blue jeans. Okay, big difference. Learn your color. Yeah, yeah. Oba's people are called feminists.
Yeah, the Oba feminist. Just like if you're a Hook fan, you're a hooker. And everybody's got their I think if you're a Lexus King fan, I didn't know there were any. If you're a
You're a
Lexus
Lexus King.
King fan,
You're a cokehead.
you're yeah. I think it was something like you're a lexual. You're a sex lexual, I think is what they say it is.
You're a cokehead.
Yeah, also that.
Yeah,
Did you
you
know that
selectively
Mello
watch
was the one that
wrestling.
hooked him up with his barber?
What?
Mello was the one that hooked him up with that barber that got his beard looking that way.
Isn't Mello from like Florida or something?
I think so.
Because that's definitely a
Yeah.
Dominican barber.
Matt said you need help if you like Lexus. That's true. That is
Help ain't the word. Okay.
yeah.
You need to you need to go to a 12-step program if you like Lexus. Okay.
I thought that name was for fans of TK.
Oh
Ooh.
shit.
Oba came out, and the fans. It's weird that they started doing this because he's like you said, he's only had like 5 matches, but like when he would instead of what chant he was getting, oh, every time he like
It
paused his speech.
and it first of all, I'm gonna just come out and say this. NXT crowd, stop being racist. I'm just gonna fucking just say it. You're being fucking racist. And the chance that you're giving him is being fucking racist. Because the fact that when he comes out, all of y'all are sitting there in the thing, like fucking Wakanda. Like fucking Wakanda. And what they doing is the same shit that M'Baku and them was doing. Every time they he talk. Stop being fucking racist.
That is exactly what it is. Now that I think about it, yeah, that's
Stop being
exactly
fucking racist, yo. Y'all are legit making this man fucking Wakanda. Stop
it
it, yo.
is. It's like a 90% white crowd.
90% of white crowd standing there. Whoo, 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 whoo.
But he was getting into it.
He
Like at
was
first, like you could tell it threw him the first time he heard it. Like it happened, he didn't. He just kind of stopped,
because he was
and then
like, I know these motherfuckers didn't just fucking goof at me like a goddamn. He was thinking that shit, but he was like, you know what? I'm on TV. Let me go with it. They seem to be going with it. Let me keep it going.
and
But
then he started
yeah,
he, like. I think that's what people were like. Oh, he kind of gets us because he like figured out. Okay, they're gonna do their thing, and he says I can't remember the part that he says. He says something, and then he gets the mic and he just kind of points it to the crowd casually, not reaching out. He like does that, and you can tell he's like feeding off of it. Okay, All right. Okay. They're trying to find the next whoop that trick. Yeah, pretty much. Um, I don't know if that's going to be going for him long term or not. I have no idea. I was wondering if it
I
was like
hope
a
not.
plant in the crowd starting that.
No,
Um,
no,
but
because the
people
first
are
person I saw doing it was probably the most pastiest white person in that goddamn crowd. I was like it irked me. I was sitting here watching it, and I was like, I know these motherfuckers ain't out here thinking he got vibranium on him or some shit.
Oh my god. Yeah. It
Stop being racist,
he
NXT crowd. Stop it. Stop it.
I
Stop
did
it.
like him. I did like him. I'm the juggernaut draped in gold, and I'm like he. There's something there. There's something there. Um, putting the belt on that quick, which at some point someone had to do something with that damn contract. So but you don't want to make them the NXT champion. I understand that. So of course you give them the mid card belt and just kind of let them see. Let's see what happens. See, he might lose it
The
in a few weeks. We'll see.
But the shit that killed me with your man Oba was told your man Dragon Lee, fuck your rematch. I'll let you know if I want you to have one or not. That got me right there. I was like,
I love that. I did.
okay, I fucked with you with that part. Yeah,
And doing that, doing what the Oba
nah,
thing? No, absolutely
nah.
not. Absolutely not. You ain't gonna catch me doing that shit, especially not on camera. Absolutely not. The crowd starts chanting me.
Uh,
Good God,
Reggie, don't be surprised if that shit happens next week.
it might. It might.
If
He.
this
I don't. I,
motherfucker comes out and they say he will now take the Purple Heart, if they come out and say that shit next week, I am officially writing HR on Sean Hickenbottom.
Sean,
Okay.
what? What the fuck are you doing?
If they come out with motherfucking Forrest Whitaker and the half eye talking about the heart of the purple lion has been stripped from him, I am calling HR on Michael Sean Hickenbottom. Like, this is enough.
Damn, you use his government name and everything.
Yes. Yes.
Oh God. But
I need this to
overall,
stop.
overall, good shot. I do like Oba. I like me some big powerhouses. Um, fans are clearly clamoring towards him, but the problem is, like you said, he's only 5 matches in, so the damn full name. Uh, he's only 5 matches in, so if he starts messing up, I don't want people going, "Oh, he's not as good as we thought he was. Get him out of there." Like he is a rookie. He is
Like a
a
legit
rookie.
rookie.
Yeah. So don't put all these high expectations on him to reach so early. He's just starting out, but for just starting out, he's doing a good job. He is. Um, but we'll see where it goes. Let's not. I just don't want people to um, expect too much and then just ruin his whole thing.
Right.
Give these guys time.
Like,
He's going to be down there for a long time, at least 3 years.
yeah.
He's not going to be coming up anytime soon. Just let him do his thing. It's going to be fine.
You
All
know
right.
what I think it is too? You know what I think it is too? We got spoiled by North American champions. From the very first one to the one who had the belt right before over.
Dude,
We got
everybody
spoiled.
everybody before Oba has been like a long time vet, incredible athlete who's been doing this for years. Yeah, you're right.
hmm
Yeah,
We got spoiled with that North American title. Because what? Adam Cole was the first champion.
Adam Cole's the first. Yeah.
And then
Who's had it? We've had it Gargano, Ricochet, Dream.
Keith
Dream was
Lee.
Keith Lee, Dijak. Like Wesley. We've had a lot of incredible ones, and I think Velveteen Dream was the closest we've had to like a not totally polished or not a veteran holding the belt, but he was already so good at that point, it didn't matter.
Right.
Like
Right.
at that point, like Dream legitimately like, God, it still drives me crazy how much of a waste of talent that was.
We're
That's
not going
so
to talk
crazy.
about Patrick.
I know, I know.
Let's go to AEW.
Let's get into AEW. That's correct. Let's talk about Dynamite. Uh, so right now, we'll hear from the Bucks who what do you think about their new look?
You mean the get into my van look?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That it's very it's very, how can I say this, creepy, perverted, booger sugar filled,
Booger sugar. Yeah, yeah. A little
little Ron Jeremy-ish, like
that they have that pencil thin mustache that like old bald evil business owners did back in the 80s and 90s in
right.
movies. You know,
Like
like
they got the Mr. Slade look from the Flintstones. I mean the
the
Jetsons. Like
little
it's
tiny
just
dude. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. That well, I guess I don't know if I really want them to be Sting's final match. I hope that's not what happens, but
If you know
we'll see.
what though, as much as we don't want it, if this is what Sting wants,
Yeah,
then we just all need to just shut the fuck up and let it happen.
exactly. It
He's
is
earned the
Sting's
right to
last
say
ride.
who ends his career.
You're correct. You're correct. It's Sting's last ride, and if that's who he wants, that's who he wants. We'll also hear from Swerve today.
Hold on, hold on,
Uh,
hold on. One thing, since you mentioned Sting, I do want to mention one thing. Um, since you mentioned Sting, his counterpart, the other old timer that's hanging out with him, Ric Flair, AEW is now officially recognizing Ric Flair as a 21-time champion.
hmm. So they're giving
So
him
they
all
are
the other titles that he won, the other
everything
NWA belts.
NWA titles, WCCW titles. They are including every title that he has won. So AWA is now
Okay,
officially recognizing him as a 21-time champion instead of just 16.
okay,
That's fair enough.
okay.
I can rock with that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's honestly that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Um,
Just
um,
don't get just don't try to just
just
please, Rick.
stop
Just
stop
stop.
trying to be creepy for God's sake.
Just Rick, just you know what I need? I need Rick to do one big thing. Stop trying to get in and out of the ring because the man glitches every time he tries to step between the ropes. It's like a glitch
I
for
don't
like 30 seconds.
I don't need him doing the flare jig either because my God, he Jesus, it's for any reason it's not going well. But
Not at all.
again, we're gonna hear from Swerve about what's going on with him as far as what's next. Um, we're gonna see Deonna Purrazzo take on Anna Jay with timeless Tony Storm on commentary. Deonna Purrazzo is there. She's getting the Tony Khan new toy treatment where
Yeah,
she's everywhere. She's getting big moments. I don't think she's gonna beat Tony. So I think,
absolutely not.
thi- and this is something that I see more and more people saying now. Tony has a habit of um, getting someone a lot of momentum, getting fans behind them, and then throwing a bucket of cold water on them before they can lift off.
Reggie, you are absolutely right. I cried. I cried. That man glitched on the ropes just trying to get in.
And he's going to do it every time they do this until March.
But
But
you're absolutely right,
Hopefully
Mongo.
Deanna,
Tony does
can
do
get
that.
past that. Yeah, it's a common complaint. I think even with AEW fans, it's a common complaint where like Wardlow and the Acclaimed and a lot of other superstars, a lot of the wrestlers that they have that the fans got behind, and then for some reason Tony didn't pull the trigger at the right time. And then even if he does pull it later, it's not as big as it could have been. It's a pretty common issue. So hopefully with Deanna, that's not the case. Honestly, I don't think she should be going
Shit.
around for the world title.
Swerve right now.
Swerve, yeah. Swerve. Why didn't Swerve win that tournament? Honestly, but we've discussed that before. And, hopefully this year's if Swerve isn't a world champion in like the next 6 months, I don't know. I know his contract's multi-year, but I'm
I think,
hoping
but
that
I
we
think the
just
multi-year part is gonna once Sting leaves, Reggie, fingers crossed, the rest of his contract is gonna go into like unfortunately being like an ambassador for them, because don't forget, his energy drink is AEW is the sponsor for AEW. Like they promote the energy drink
Woo
during
energy.
all
You know,
Dynamite.
they might start promoting Woo Wings.
Right. Like wings. That's how you pronounce that.
It's so
Wings.
it's so along with the other reasons that like a lot of fans don't want him there. It's so weird. It's weird.
Yeah,
Um
he's gonna be like he might be multi-year, but it's gonna be like how Mick Foley had a multi-year contract at the end of his career. Like you might see him once in a blue do a promo backstage or something like that. I don't think Rick is gonna be like. But then again, this is Tony Khan.
yeah.
Oh, I can tell you why. He's a fucking racist. No, he
I
pulled
mean he
somebody
is.
from out. He is
He is.
a big time racist, but he pulled somebody from out of a car wreck. That's why. Someone
Yeah.
in Florida got into a car wreck, and they looked over and they seen somebody with an NWO shirt saying, "Give me your hand, brother."
Bro,
Like, could you imagine that shit?
could you
You
imagine
thinking you're about to
like
die, and you
oh my
see this,
god.
and you hear, "Give me your hand, brother." What? I
I
know
would
the fuck
I
I'm dead.
I would exactly. I would think I was already dead. Like, there's no is that Hulk Hogan? Am I in a coma? What the
like,
fuck is happening right now? There's
like
no
it's
way.
like I'm sitting there thinking, okay, I've watched one too many American Dad episodes because no way Hulk Hogan just came to save me the way he went and got Stan from being a punk. No, no, there's no way.
Yeah.
There's no way Hulk
Things
Hogan just
things are getting too spicy for the pepper, brother.
right.
I
Ah!
yeah, that happened. So then people were talking about how much they loved Hulk Hogan, and everybody else was like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa! Let's let's pump the brakes. You know, get on the life saving thing, but let's not act like he didn't say some pretty
Be a
fucked up
racist.
shit." You know, yeah, admit to being a racist. That was a funny like there was it was JD from New York who was going off about it. About there was a clip that was going around about him saying, "I don't care what he did, you deem him a racist." And that's what like I was like, whoa, 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 deem him a racist.
He admitted to
He
being a racist.
said, yeah, in the video, he says, I quote,
I
I
am
am a
slightly racist.
racist to a point,
Point.
and I'm not gonna say the rest of the words. I'm just gonna stop
Yo,
right there.
your man said, you want to know how much of a racist he is? He said that his biggest fear is him and his family coming back as black people as for karma.
Like,
The one thing I can say, being being a 42-year-old black man who grew up during the 80s, during the say your prayers, eat your vitamin era, during the fact of Hulk Hogan being the biggest superstar out, I cannot take away the fact that due to him and his character, he put professional wrestling into a mainstream eye. I cannot deny that. Everything else besides that, fuck him.
yeah,
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. What he said as his biggest concern due to karma is that he's afraid that him and his family would have come back as black people.
mhm. Legitimately, he said that, and
Yeah.
I got to an argument with a few people online about this, and this is I hate that this is my like most liked tweet or most liked reply in like months. But it was when I was like, he said he was a racist. So yes, he's a racist. Uh, I don't like that being my like most liked tweet. I don't. And then people say, well, he apologized. He did not apologize. He
He
apologized for
apologized for
getting
being caught.
exactly. It was what he did was apologize for being caught and reminding the locker room to make sure they're around people they trust. He did not apologize for what he said. And then he went on an apology tour on various news shows where he said, "Oh, I grew up in an urban hood, so that's just what I'm used to saying Like,
You did
no,
not grow up in a
absolutely not.
fucking urban hood. Okay?
Like, first off, I don't
You
know.
didn't.
I'm assuming he didn't. I don't know if he did, but I'm assuming he didn't. But even if he did, that means he grew up around black people all of his life, and still in that video said he was a racist. So why would you think he's changed at this
Right.
point? It was 60
Just
years ago.
be And the thing about it is, a lot of people are trying to pull the fact, well, he got baptized and he's born again and stuff like that. That's amazing that he got in touch with the Lord. He
Because he
ain't get in
needed
touch
to.
with the he ain't get in touch with the black folk
Mm. No, he's not done anything to like
until
actually
I
come out.
see until I see Minister Farrakhan say, you know what, he's all right, y'all. We can forgive him. Until that
Ac-
happens,
Actions are louder than words, right? Actions are louder than
right?
words. And with him,
Like
words don't mean shit. He's a
to the
habitual
point
liar.
where
Everyone knows he's a liar.
he didn't even deny saying it. He was pretty much trying to say, "Oh, that was Hulk, not Terry." Like trying to like pull an alter ego with it, yo.
that yeah. I
Your
still can't
man
get over
legit was
him.
trying to hit us with the, "Oh, Hulk is the racist, not Terry." Like what? What?
I can't get over him also saying that Hulk and Terry had different penis sizes. He's a totally different person, brother.
Yeah.
That's why I keep saying bro all the time. He wants to say something else.
No.
Yeah.
That's what he want to say.
So yeah, this podcast stance on Hogan is always and forever. Fuck Hogan.
Fuck
It's
Hogan. Like I
yeah,
said,
so
and I'm the only one on the podcast that can honestly say I lived through the Hulkamania era, like legit lived through, and he was the reason wrestling became mainstream.
yeah,
He was in movies, he was in music videos, like he was the reason that he TV shows. He brought Mr. T, popular dude from a popular TV show in the 80s, the 18 to wrestling. So which means guess what? Now there's eyes on it. Because of Hulk Hogan, Muhammad Ali came to WrestleMania. Like there are eyes on wrestling because of his persona. I I will not take that credit from him. But what I will say behind that credit is fuck you, you racist motherfucking bald bastard.
yeah. He he admittedly by him he admitted it. That is what he is, and that
Mhm.
means he hates the majority of fucking people and fans. I mean, like, how do you? I don't know how you go back. I know it sucks when like your childhood hero ends up being a piece of shit. It happens to all of us, you know. But you have to be able to just accept that and move on. Nobody is invincible to critique. And I know he's the immortal Hulk Hogan, but nobody's really immortal. If you fuck up and do
Like
shit like that, and that's who you really are, then I don't give a shit what you did in the business.
honestly,
It doesn't
when
matter.
when that shit happened, yeah, you remember in the chat, I was so torn.
Mm,
I really was, because of the age difference and stuff in the chat. The rest of you were like, "Oh, he said fuck him, fuck him, fuck him, fuck him. That's it, done, 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 done." I was torn because I was like, "Yo, this Hulkamania was." I literally was that kid. Say your prayers, eat your vitamins, like walking around with yellow and red on.
yeah,
Like,
you lived through actual Hulkamania,
like
The
I
Hulk
used to.
pasta stuff opening up, and all kinds like you lived the cartoon,
I was about to
everything.
say I used to wake up Saturday mornings and watch the Hulk Hogan cartoon. Like
Hmm.
when he brought Wendy Richer and they was doing the rock and wrestling shit. Like I was, I saw No Holds Barred in the movie theater 5 times.
Yeah.
Okay.
We still talk about that movie uh as like being like just like a really fun wrestling movie, like it is. But at the end of the day, It's fuck
Fuck
Hogan.
him.
Yeah,
Fuck him.
that's just and it sucks, but that's how it is, and that's just how it needs to be. The rest of this card, we have the ROH 6-man tag team championship on the line. The Gates of Agony and Brian Cage defend against Bullet Club Gold. Don't know why, but it'll be fun.
I would.
I don't. I
How do you
don't
feel?
know if I don't think they've been involved in these with each other. I could have missed something, but I don't think so.
How would you feel about the Bullet Club Acclaim um collaboration that they wanted? They're trying to push.
I I don't like it.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like that is a move that has been made because we've had a lot of injuries kind of mess up storylines in AEW lately, and I feel like it's a backup panic move because the whole like, oh, we're after all this time of them attacking their own father, and like kicking their father to the curb. Now we're gonna unite and it's gonna be okay. And it just like it feels like it's not a real conclusion. We're just rushing to it because shit, we gotta do something, I remember my mom bought the No Holds Barred on pay per view after the match, Hogan and Beefcake versus Macho and King and Zeus. Yeah, yeah, it was. If
The
like
first
I
time we
didn't,
saw Zeus on national television was during Saturday night's main event. He interrupted the goddamn match that Hogan was in and bust his shit open.
I didn't like you said, I didn't live through it. I was like 8 when the NWO already peaked. Like so my memories of like Hogan live are like Mr. America, him coming back to beat up Muhammad Hassan and fight Shawn Michaels, and then him going to TNA. Like everything about him that I know beforehand is stuff I've rewatched. I've had to go back in time and see, but I didn't
Nah,
have that connection like you did. Anybody else
I
did,
watched that Andre the Giant slam live.
and that had to be wild. But I think we need to replace that with Sammy being slammed by Wee Man at WrestleMania. But that's just me.
Oh,
Uh,
500%.
we also have the TNT Championship, Christian Cage versus Dustin Rhodes. Be a great match between two vets. That'll be a fun one, but also like, why?
That's another WWE match.
Yeah. Uh, but it'll be good. Like, it's not gonna be bad. Dustin's still great. Christian's great, but it's just like I don't know. I think everyone loves Christian as the heel and the TNT champion. I'm just kind of ready for that to.
And
It's ready. I'm ready for it to move on. Let's put it on somebody else, and just Christian can keep doing his shit, and he doesn't need the belt to do it. Let's move past it, but we're not going to. It's clearly people love it. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying that I don't like it. And then of course the main event, Samoa Joe defending against Hook. Hook has put out some promos. He put one yesterday, 24 hours before the match, saying that people were saying, "Who the fuck is Hook?" And Hook doesn't have the weight to go against Joe, and he's eating a piece of pizza. This pizza has calories. Maybe I'll bulk up some before the match. All right, all right, all right. That's funny. Okay, that's good. All right. I can't wait for this. Honestly, you and I
yeah,
both love Hook. Hook's great. You're a big fan of Hook.
definitely.
I think this would be this is the match that Hook needs to finally show that he is ready for the next step.
And what needs to happen in this match, Hook needs to become a sports entertaining wrestler in this match. Uh, this isn't just your average opponent, Hook. You, I, and you're not going to be tossing Joe big ass around with T Bones all goddamn match. You're going to have to wrestle. And if you can survive this match, you're going to be set and you're going to be made. So I hope you
It's
came to
also
put your wrestling boots on.
it's also what happens after this match with Hook, because
Hmm.
he's not winning this match. But after he takes this loss, he needs a very, very big win over someone.
Yeah.
And what would be great is if we just took that TNT Championship and just put it on Hook.
Or even if they don't want to do the TNT Championship, that international championship. I love you, Orange Cassidy, but that can go over the Hook as
Yeah,
well. Love you, OC, but brother, it's time for you to
um,
relinquish.
it's time.
It's
It's
time.
been time. Um, give Hook one of those. That might be a better option. And then just because the problem with Hook is that he's not on all the time. He's like he's been sparingly used.
Hmm.
And now is the time to just start having him
Like,
on weekly. It's time.
like to be honest, sparingly is not even the proper term. His sparingly, he has a 28-1 record.
In like what, 4 years?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that sparingly is not even a proper term for that right there. That's a
Like
he's
Jade wasn't even around all the time, and she still went 50-0.
right.
Like how little is he being seen?
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, mm,
And that loss that he had didn't even end up being anything because it was Jungle Boy, and where the fuck is he gone? Now he hasn't shown up since the whole Punk issue, and now he's in New Japan. No, he's in GCW, uh, which sure, I guess. So you need to have something big for Hook after this. You
right.
need to. But
That's the
I
only thing you can do.
think I think that's going to be it for today. We'll be back tomorrow for the podcast. We'll cover Hard to Kill, which is a fantastic show.
It
Uh,
was, even though I
Also
didn't win.
tomorrow,
Fuck TNA.
tomorrow we're going to see Josh Alexander. I think Josh is taking on Will Ospreay tomorrow, which would be awesome. Be a great match. Um, a lot of great things coming out of TNA. I cannot wait to see what they have for the rest of the year. I don't think there's a pay per view this week. I think next week is the Rumble, right? Or is it the week after?
Yeah, next Saturday.
Next Saturday. So I think so. I get one more week before I'm absolutely losing that shit in the Rumble. But I got my
And
one defense. I got my one defense. I'm happy.
oh,
My Sasha
I'm
streak is
I'm
broken.
I'm saying this now. I said it in the chat, and I absolutely mean it too. This Rumble is going to be my last prediction until Mania. Win, lose, or draw. After this Rumble, I'm not doing predictions again until Mania.
And
Because
why is that?
clearly I need a motherfucking reset. Because shit ain't working out right. So
Well,
I'm gonna do a reset when wrestling does a reset at Mania.
fair enough. Of course, our new predictions chat champion. Uh, oh man, yeah, that was his first one. His first one. Impressive.
Yeah.
Uh, folks, thanks for following us today. You can follow us at facebook.com/Under the Ring Pod and twitch.tv/Under the Ring Pod. Follow us there so you get live notifications of when we go live. Anything we
And
post
folks,
shows up there.
it does notifications do work because guess what? I follow us on Twitch myself. And when we come on, guess what happens to my phone? It lights up. Under the Ring
Hmm.
podcast is now live on Twitch. If you follow us, it happens.
Don't miss a show. Don't miss one of our 5 shows a weekly, unless we have to miss one. But we're trying. We're trying. Damn it.
All right.
Uh, we're also at Linktree, obviously at Under the Ring Pod, where you can find our links. I am, of course, at Greg Bush SK. You can find my good friend here, Kenny at Rock Ribs 44, where he will, put up some
Talk shit.
photography, occasionally talk about
Talk shit.
shit,
Take
mostly talk shit, mostly talk shit.
right. Talk shit,
Uh,
take some pictures, but I do.
Peterman Mike Jones, at Mr. Freshbeard. We have, of course, my forever rival, their right answer, Mr. Matt. We have, of course, the street team captain, Boreal Maliente. And last but certainly not least, our good friend and local news correspondent, Justin Baxley. Folks, y'all have a wonderful Wednesday night, whatever the hell y'all are doing, whether it's watching
if you
wrestling,
are
watching
in
sport.
if you are in the NYC area and you are outside right now or about to go outside, bundle the hell up and get your ass back inside where it's warm. It is colder as hell outside. It is cold. It's cold, cold.
Yeah,
All right, it's cold,
this is
cold.
it's even cold down here. It's not that cold, but it's pretty damn cold to the point where people are buying milk and bread again. You know, it's a problem. The,
Listen,
the the milk and bread sandwich.
I, I had on long johns. Okay, I had on long johns today. Full on long john outfit under my clothes. Full. I'm talking shirt, pants. Had them shits tucked into my socks. Okay, like it's cold. It's cold. I wish they made the little snowsuits like they did for kids and adults, because I definitely buy one.
On that note.
Do the dog.
It's good to be the champ, baby.